Conference championship weekend in college football rolls into Saturday. Today on the Power Five, I have three more championship game winners, plus a little bonus soccer and early college hoops for you. As a reminder, you can go ahead and comment down below with your thoughts on these selections at any time. Let's start in the Big 12 championship. I've been talking about this one all week here on WagerTalk TV. I think Iowa State should be the favorite against Arizona State. I'm on the Cyclones. Take the point or point and a half if it's still there. If not, just bet ISU money line. I would not be surprised if the Cyclones close as a pick 'em or favorite, which is where they opened. Look, Arizona State has been, they've had a magical season, I should say. Shout out to head coach Kenny Dillingham for the job he's done in Tempe. The Sun Devils were expected to finish in last place this season coming into the year back in August. Uh, what do you know? They finished tied for first season in the Big 12. However, they did so by beating six of the bottom seven teams in the conference. Running back Cam Scatabo, he's great. We understand that. But the ASU offense is going to be extremely one dimensional in this matchup with Iowa State because they lost wide receiver Jordan Tyson to an injury last week against Arizona. I think it's the Iowa State offense that has more big play capability in this matchup. And the Cyclones traditionally have been great as an underdog under head coach Matt Campbell, especially in conference games where they are 29 and 12 ATS taking points against fellow Big 12 teams. Then there's this teams entering a conference championship game on an ATS win streak of 5 or more games. Those teams are on an 0-6-1 ATS run. ASU has covered 5 in a row coming into Saturday. Number two, got to have a little maction for you on the show today. Ohio University versus Miami of Ohio at noon Eastern. And guess what? I'm fading my alma mater. Lay the -2.5 with Miami. That same 0-6-1 ATS trend I just mentioned for Arizona State also applies to Ohio, who is on a 5-game ATS win streak themselves. My Bobcats also won all 5 of those games straight up to get here to the MAC championship, but they've beaten no one good this season. No one. Trust me, I've watched this team. It has been an extremely fortunate schedule. No one expected them to get to the MAC championship with as little as they had returning. And guess what? The one tough game they had, they played Miami, this Miami of Ohio team, their rival, earlier this season, and OU lost 30-20 in Oxford, and that was a misleading final. No, not misleading in that the wrong team won, misleading in the sense that OU should have lost a lot worse. The Redhawks were up 30-6 going in the fourth quarter, I should say. Take it from me, OU's 0-5 straight up in MAC championship games since 2006. I look for Miami to become the first team to repeat as MAC champions since Northern Illinois did it back in 2011, 2012. They won by 10 the first time. I think they can do it again on Saturday against Ohio. Number three, let's go all the way down to the Big Ten championship game between Penn State and Oregon. This play, well, it's going to bring out some negative comments, I suspect. I like Penn State plus 3.5 here. It's strictly a numbers play for me. I only have Oregon power rated a half point higher than the Nittany Lions. That may surprise some of you. But there's going to be a number of teams in the college football playoff that I have power rated above the Ducks. Penn State's not one of them, but they're close. Look, I understand your trepidation to put down actual dollars on James Franklin in this spot. Franklin is an ungodly 0-11 straight up his last 11 games versus top 5 opponents. Oregon is obviously number one, the only unbeaten left in college football. But remember, their two biggest wins, Boise State and Ohio State, both were at home and were by a combined 4 points. I think Penn State's playing with house money Saturday night, and they will not lose by more than a field goal. All right, if you're still with me after telling you to bet Penn State Saturday night, let's head to the pitch. 10:15 a.m. Eastern on Saturday in La Liga with Barcelona hosting Real Betis. Going to take the both teams to score and over 2.5 goals to be scored prop at DraftKings. -135 is the current number there. Barcelona, not surprisingly, are the highest scoring side in the Spanish top flight. 48 goals in 16 matches. They just put 5 in the back of the net a few days ago against Mallorca. So this bet basically boils down to whether or not we think Betis can score, and I think they can. No team in La Liga has underperformed its XG total, that's expected goals, by a wider margin. So Betis is due for at least a goal here, which should be enough to cash this prop, as I think Barcelona scores at least twice. Just to clarify, for those of you less initiated with soccer betting, we need there to be at least 3 total goals scored here, plus both teams to score at least 1. So a 3-0 final would do us no good, but 2-1 would be a winner. 3-1 would be even better. All right, let's now close the Power 5 out with a college hoops play for Saturday, noon Eastern, pair of in-state rivals, Providence and Rhode Island. Rhode Island, one of the 9 remaining undefeated teams in the country, and I think they're the weakest of those 9 teams. Rhode Island should open as a short home favorite for this game, so let's just go ahead and bet Providence on the money line. If we can get +3 or better, then take that, but I see Rhode Island losing for the first time here. They've been living the charmed life as of late. 3 straight wins by 6 points or less. Those were against Detroit Mercy, UT Arlington, and Yale, all teams outside my top 100. I have Providence rated in the top 75, higher than Rhode Island. Don't think home court advantage will be enough of a difference here. Give me the Friars. All right, how about a quick recap of the Power 5 for you here on Saturday? Number 1, Big 12 championship game. I like Iowa State over Arizona State. Number 2, MAC championship game. Lay the -2.5 with Miami against Ohio U. Sorry, everybody down in Athens. Number 3, Big 10 championship game. Penn State +3.5 versus Oregon. Number 4, soccer, La Liga. Barcelona, Real Betis. Both teams to score and over 2.5 goals in that match. Both things must happen for that prop to cash. And then number 5, give me Providence against Rhode Island in college hoops. Again, take the points if they're there, but I think the Friars win straight up. All right, don't be shy, again, about leaving those comments down below. Let me know what you're betting on Saturday, whether it's college football, soccer, college basketball, the NBA. There's something in the NFL for Sunday you want me to know about, talk about on Sunday's show, go ahead, comment down below with that. But if you'd be so kind as to smash that like button, I would greatly appreciate that. Always love the support here of the Power 5 on WagerTalk TV. And bowl season's right around the corner, guys, and I've teamed up with my Morning Wager co-host, Mark Zinno, for an incredible 2-for-1 special. You can get all of our bowl plays for just $199. That's every bowl play from both Mark and myself all the way through the national championship game. You just head on over to wt.buzz/BP right now to take advantage. You can also pick that up at wt.buzz/MZ if you'd like. That will do it for the Saturday edition of the Power 5. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, smash that like button if you did. Make sure you're subscribed to the WagerTalk YouTube channel. And until next time, guys, let's cash some tickets.